And I have the recording going.
And now I'm wondering why Tala isn't it.
I thought I wasn't involved in the beginning.
You said that it was going to be King and Tsubasa first.
Yeah, I know. I just find it funny that it was just immediate.
I'm eating and I don't want anyone to hear me.
All right,
Fair
I should
and
do that
valid.
too. It has been literally too hot to cook.
I worry about you.
No, as in anything that I have to cook would either produce more heat or would require me turning off the air conditioning in some way, shape, or form.
Okay.
Is it hot enough to cook outside? Because I know that.
Anyways, yes. Focusing.
So, we show the screen on the travel map because Tsubasa, you're headed to see King, or at least try to find him, on what could be misconstrued as orders, but was probably just a request from Lex, despite his odd tone of voice that he took. Because it's not one you've ever heard from him. So it was probably just a poorly worded request. And you're used to those. So you are headed to Daybreak Town first, correct?
Yes.
Where are you going?
Tsubasa's going to check the main square first. Whatever that would be, honestly. The main area.
Go ahead and place yourself down.
Nope. Alright. So, yeah, he strolls into the main part of town to see if he can find King or find some clues. Little hinty hints.
So, I will say this, I'm not going through the effort of putting the tokens on the map because it is ridiculous.
Okay.
The town is currently heavily populated now.
I figured.
It is a well-trafficked place, and it is full of livelihood. That being said, how's Tsubasa handling being by himself under direct request of a new friend?
Well, he definitely has a hoodie on, or at least some hoodie type thing that fits in his style.
Okay. Are you advertising that you're from the academy?
No.
So you don't have your pin or patch or chain or whatever on?
It's not visible. He's got it tucked away. He's got that stuff tucked away. Yeah, he's trying not to advertise he's from the academy, but he is too baby to feel comfortable leaving the academy stuff actually behind. You know what I mean? You know that those first years. If I don't have this, I'm going to get arrested and get deported and then go to hell.
Real shit.
That exact feeling.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah. So, I will say, no perception check needed. To the left, over on this direction, you see there's a lot of commotion, but
you said this
without
direction?
a proper yes.
Okay.
Over to the left, there is a bit of a commotion. Not particularly in the sense of it sounds rowdy or particularly negative, though you'd have to roll insight to see it further from your perspective, because you're 5'10", 5'9", yeah?
About, yeah.
You're a little above the height level of most of the people here. Not by much, maybe about an inch or so. But for a first year, you're a little out of place. Especially without your pins or chain or whatever showing. But people don't look your way necessarily. To the right...
He also has his hood up, I will add on.
Yes, I know.
Okay.
You're still a little bit out of place. Because they do not see where you're from. What color is your hoodie?
Dark.
You're avoiding the answer.
I don't know the answer. I want to say green? Green, black, and white, apparently. Wow. Blue? Blue? I've got someone screaming blue at me.
Okay, then it's blue. Is that your final answer?
I guess so, because otherwise it would have been green, black, and white. Or blue, green, black, and white. Let's not have all of them.
What color is your hoodie?
It's blue.
You have a blue hoodie. Any particular shade?
Well, I'm being told that Tsubasa apparently feels like a tealy kind of blue, so let's go with the teal then. Sort of a dark teal.
Okay. So, that being said, that's just a personal note for me. To the right, to the opposite side of the commotion, it is a lot quieter. There are people still milling about, but they seem to be caught up in their own business. There are some people who are walking up into a staircase and into what you might already know is a workspace environment. Not necessarily any particular place, just something away from the noise.
Yeah.
Kind of like a study hall, but for adults.
Okay.
Not necessarily a library, just a kind of, you know.
Just a space for grown-ups.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and try to incite the commotion to the left.
Okay.
I got a 7. This is bullshit.
It seems like your average city commotion.
Can I get closer and try again?
You can.
Spouse is going to move a bit closer that way. And
There's not necessarily a crowd, so to speak, but there are more people up towards this area.
which area? Just looking
I
at...
am not. It's over to this area.
Okay. So, yeah, him moving in this direction is correct.
Mhm.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and try to incite again. Do I get it with a 13?
You get some of it. There seems to be a bit of not necessarily an argument, but there's loud talking. There's no hostility, there's no aggression, there is just an argument happening back and forth. You know, one of those people that, you know, just has a loud voice and sounds mad?
Yeah.
Talking to a person who has the calmest fucking voice in existence.
Alright. Can I see who they are, or do I need to roll perception for that?
Perception, and you might need to get a little closer, otherwise it is at disadvantage, because those two people are over here.
Oh, of course. Alright then, yeah, Tsubasa's going to be trying to slip around the crowd.
Make a stealth check.
Fine! Oh, now I get the good roll.
Yeah. You easily slip by most of the crowd.
Yeah, no. He's just slipping on by. Yeah.
Static.
Static apparently made my brain stop functioning. Okay. There's still. It's probably just lingering. Do 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 do. Boop. Baby, come back. You can blame it all on me. I was. Anyways. No static. That's not something I want to fucking drop. But yeah, Tsubasa gets closer. He's still trying to stay somewhat out of sight from the people who are talking. But am I close enough to be able to roll perception without advantage?
You're able to roll perception without disadvantage.
Yes, that is what I meant. That is a 19.
You're able to catch sight of an older person with what looks like blue short hair and almost deep enough blue that it's black. But you see it just kind of shine in the light, and it's definitely blue. It's just very dark.
Okay.
To you. And that's the person with the calm voice.
Who is the one with the loud voice?
The one with the loud voice, who is surprisingly keeping not a distance, but kind of like a slight guard in case something goes wrong, is a person with light hazel hair and matching hazel brown eyes and kind of on the short side.
I don't recognize either one of them.
Nope. Well, you might recognize the fact that the person in front, who has the back turned towards you, has the symbol of the Academy emblazoned on their jacket.
Do I see anything on the other person?
You do not.
Okay.
Well, make a perception check.
Ah! I accidentally closed it. God damn it. The character sheet.
How do you?
15.
You think you see the shape of a castle, maybe? In a pin? It might be Disney Castle, or it might be Hollow Bastion, or somewhere else. You're not quite sure. It's very small. It's one of those, like, anime convention pins that are really small.
One of those. He's here to find King.
Mm-hmm. These two, from what you have heard, do not look like King.
Yeah. Can I hear what they are saying, or do I still need to get closer?
You can get closer, however, you would be stepping in front of the crowd.
Did it. Never mind! Tsubasa considers it.
You can make another perception check at disadvantage.
Let's...
They are being loud, but the commotion combined with their raucousness is kind of messing up their words.
Okay. Well, let's try it. 12. The other one was a 13.
You catch some bits and pieces. You don't catch full sentences. But what you catch in the calmer one's voice is, "Ain't got time for this. I got things to do. On. We gotta go find Bugsy." And the other person, who is a bit loud, and you kind of tell that it's not loud aggressive, it's loud cheerful. And you just get the very clipped words of, whatever you say, you're the one that's worried about her, not me. And continues bickering back and forth.
You do remember Tsubasa did see Jolt at the grudge match, yeah?
Wearing entirely different clothes.
Yeah, but I doubt that, but dark blue hair.
Mm-hmm. Would Tsubasa have actively made the note of any features of the teacher's aide?
Shit. I'm actually not sure about that. If he did, it wouldn't have been consciously. Can I roll a history check?
You can roll a history check to see what you remember, because unless you roll a 1, you're gonna remember something.
Yeah. No, obviously. Alright, so history check. 19.
Yeah. It clicks when you hear the voice. Just from afar. But you remember hearing this particular voice, I suppose, in the grudge match, interrupting things when things got difficult.
Yeah.
And it clicks to you. Oh, this is Jolt. So who's Bugsy? And who's this?
Too bad going to say anything to them involves stepping in front of the crowd.
Correct.
Oh, jeez.
The end of the crowd stops right here.
One more time?
The end of the crowd stops here.
Okay.
They are over here.
So, yeah, no, he can't really go up and say anything without being spotted.
Mm-hmm. They are not who you're looking for.
Yeah, no, Tsubasa watches for a bit longer, and then he goes to check out the right side instead. Just slipping away quickly.
You make an attempt to stealth, or are you just dipping away?
Dipping away.
Okay.
He's moving fast. Faces past and he's open. Ah! I made the static come back! That's how bad it was. I made the static fucking come back. I'm sorry.
Hey.
But yeah, no, he's not attempting to stealth. He is betting that
Let's
him...
back.
What?
Hmm?
But anyways, Tsubasa isn't stealthing away. He is just dipping, and he's banking on the fact that because he's leaving, people aren't going to pay much attention to him.
Okay. You go ahead and make that assumption.
He's a baby. He doesn't quite have the same level of caution as Juliet.
Hopefully that never happens.
No shit, though. Like, don't get me wrong, I love Juliet, but... trust issues. Anyways, so Tsubasa goes to the right side. Not bothering to stealth, just going.
You know the cafe is in this direction, off to the sharp right. You don't exactly know what's ahead, though. It seems, even without a perception check, because your perception is the highest of the bunch, your perception makes you aware of the fact that this ahead, maybe, sounds a bit like distant ocean. Very distant. Like, the only reason you're hearing it is because you're a tiefling. Anybody else would barely hear it, if at all.
Does Tsubasa know that there's an ocean around daybreak?
Yes.
Okay.
You would have passed by the staircase leading up from the sands. And on your way here.
Okay.
So, yes.
Well, you said that the cafe was up ahead, yeah?
When you take a sharp right, yes.
Well, Tsubasa is going to get to here. And I'm trying to remember out of character, did Lex give Tsubasa any hints or clues or suggestions on where King might be, or...?
Arthur did. Arthur said that he might be at the cafe.
Okay, so yeah, Tsubasa is going to head to the cafe to just check it out. Nope.
Make a perception check.
I'm making a lot of those today. An 18.
You go to step towards the cafe, fully confident that no one has paid any mind to you. And you stop in your tracks. There is a feeling down your spine of someone's watching.
Time to look around.
Insight. Or survival, honestly.
Well, I got a 16 on the insight.
You're welcome to roll survival if you want.
Well, let's try survival. I'll take the 16.
Okay. With a 16 insight, you can't necessarily parse where the feeling is stemming from. But you know for a fact that the shadows around your area in about a 40-foot radius have gotten darker.
Tsubasa's tried moving back a bit. Just like taking good few steps back, seeing if seeing if that follows him.
It does not follow you. Make one last perception check for me.
Also, yes, Tala, Tsubasa would rather die than speak in public. You said it was a perception?
Mm-hmm.
16. Again.
You swear out of the corner of your eye you see something, but it's just too fast.
Is there something I can do to try and get a better look?
Is there?
Well, let's take a look at spells. Don't really have anything useful in spells. Hold on. I've got this. I'm checking the features. Where the fuck did I put his character sheet? There it is. What if I bardic inspiration myself? Can I bardic inspiration myself and try again?
I don't think that's how bardic inspiration works.
It was worth a shot. Okay, yeah, no. Unless I can do something with, charm person or minor illusion, maybe?
I think minor illusion gives you the ability to shine a small fake light, right?
Yeah. Because let's double check. You can create a sound or an image of an object within range that lasts for the duration. The illusion also ends if you create an image must be no larger than 5 foot, can't create sound, light, smell, or any other sensory effect. But Tsubasa is going to use minor illusion to create what would look like something that would blind whoever is in the shadows, like a flashbang sort of thing.
It does not create any actual light, though.
No, it doesn't, but he is trying to see if he can at least spook whoever is following him out.
You do that, and you know it's a scare tactic. You know it's an attempt to bring someone or something out. And when what you equate to a flashbang happens, then fades, it's almost as if your eyes were playing tricks on you. Because you swear the entire area around you was dark and shadow, almost to a point that it felt suffocating. It's back to normal again. You know what that spell does. It shouldn't have killed anything.
I'm gonna roll perception to take a look around, see if he can find anything. That would work, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
17.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You look around. You still hear the faint commotion off to the left side of where you just came from. You even hear the slight commotion from the workspace up the stairs. But that feeling of someone watching you, it fades a little bit. Kind of like when somebody backs away at first before turning.
But I don't see anything or anyone.
Nope.
They must be invisible. And I don't have fairy fire. You know what? Tsubasa's just going to reflexively call out, wait.
You call out, wait. That feeling of someone walking away does not stop. It gets fainter and fainter. Like they're actually leaving.
Wait, hold on. Why were you following me?
There's no answer. You don't know why you expected one, but the feeling of being watched is gone.
Tsubasa does stay there for a few moments before he starts to move back towards the cafe. Now, very much disturbed because the fuck? He doesn't like the idea that someone he couldn't find was watching him. Don't know how many people who do, but I digress. But Tsubasa
You leave the city square, crossroads between where you choose to go and where you need to go, in a manner of speaking. And you head to the cafe. As you do, there's a bit of a chuckle. Well, this will be fun. Let me switch.
Hey!
I love you.
Hey! 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 Who the fuck? Why the fuck? It's me all the goddamn time. What the fuck are you talking about? But yeah, he goes to the cafe and he takes a step inside. And
There is a soft chattering as you walk in of friends and the usual knight that's outside, seemingly bickering back and forth. Do you know Abyssal?
do I know Abyssal?
Okay, Heartless.
I don't think I do. I would have to check this. Come on, load. I do know Abyssal. I know Abyssal, Celestial, and Infernal.
Okay. So, as you walk in, you hear in Abyssal, Heartless speech, the back and forth conversation of basically what equates to two adults lamenting about how shitty their day was yesterday, except they don't want to be rude to whoever walks in.
Meanwhile,
So they're
Tsubasa
speaking-
walks in, understands everything.
Yeah, they're doing the adult thing of, like, walking a distance away from the kids and then complaining about, like, oh my fucking god, I just want to sleep. Like,
I just want to slap Martha so fucking hard.
pretty much. Just like, I have to keep a presentation for the kids, for the customers, for everybody else. But, like, girl,
Tsubasa is going to stare for a moment, just like, wait, what did I just walk into?
X looks up from the opposite direction and goes, I wouldn't get involved in that if I were you.
Noted. There weren't happened to be. There's more seating in the back, yeah?
There's a raise of an eyebrow, and then just, yep. Tons of more seating. Why?
I'm looking for someone right now, and I've been told that they apparently come here sometimes.
X stops polishing the glass that he was holding and sets it down. Who are you looking for?
I'm looking for King.
Make a charisma check.
Just base charisma check.
Mm-hmm.
13.
With a 13, I'll ask you, what are the current vibes that Tsubasa gives off when he asks about King?
You mean beside nervous, yeah?
Mm-hmm. Besides what he's already all the time being.
Besides his perpetual state. Anyways, now he's not. The vibes he's giving off is mostly just curiosity. Out of character, did Lex say what Tsubasa had to talk to King about, or just about the weird things happening?
He said specifically to be careful and ask him about what's been happening, because there have been Heartless spotted on campus.
Okay. Then, yeah, there would be vibes of curiosity and just general concern. Maybe a little bit of fear, but that's mostly just his natural state when it comes to meeting especially new people.
There's a tilt of the head towards back and to the left. He's back there. If you make him feel as if he can't enjoy his tea, I'm kicking you out.
Fair. That's fair. Thank you. Skitter.
So yeah, those two are having a lovely conversation about how shitty their recent days have been. they're not paying attention to you. You could have stood in their direct line of sight and it would be like, nothing.
He could have stood right between them and they would have been too absorbed.
Yeah. It's the adult thing of, we're having a conversation, this person doesn't exist.
He probably did that little, like, shuffle that you do when you're about to pass between two people and you notice there's something happening between them. You know that? Yeah, that. It's okay. Okay, I'm gone. But
as you walk past them and past around the counter, you do see King, and there's no need for history because everybody knows what King looks like, or at least they say they do. Roll insight.
Well, what was that last thing?
Roll insight.
Roll insight. 22!
It's very easy to tell just how exhausted this man is. For all the things that have been said about him, of he's cruel and devilish and charismatic and knows exactly what to say to make you do horrible things like he's some hypnotist. This dude just looks fucking tired. So, it's not even funny. It looks almost kind of sad.
The sad puppy vibes.
It's the sad puppy who you kind of set on warm blankets and is just like, oh, I sleep now.
Oh, like, yeah! Anyways. Tsubasa immediately feels guilt for coming to bother this poor, exhausted-looking man.
Like, there's a split second where you're just like, is this the same dude who I'm supposed to be afraid of?
Doesn't seem like someone to be scared of.
And yet everyone is. Except for maybe like 5 people, but you don't, you know?
Yeah. He's met Arthur before. He's
met Arthur and he's met Lance.
But Tsubasa does creep up after a little bit.
Razz.
And Razz, yeah. But he does creep up after a little bit, and it's just like, excuse me?
Red eyes look up from what he was kind of... He didn't seem like he was staring into the cup so much as he was using it as a means of not staring at whoever might walk up or near him. And he just looks up, he smiles. Hey kid, how can I help you?
Hey, I've actually got some questions about things that are happening at the academy right now.
It's a bold presumption you have that I would know anything about what's happening on campus.
Tsubasa just sort of puts his hands up. It's just like, Lex and Arthur actually asked me to come talk to you.
There's a... You know that look someone gives you when you've just told them that, hey, not to alarm you, but like a fucking sovereign of France decided to make me check up on you, you know?
Just the, why? What?
So for King, it's like, oh my god, not again. It's the person who is constantly besieged by popular people and just wants to lock their doors.
Yeah, Tsubasa sees that and it's just like, I'm sorry, I probably should have come at a different time. I'll just...
No. Any other time would have probably been a worse time. What does the knight and the hero want from me?
Tsubasa's not going to sit down until King gives him permission, by the way. Just general politeness. This isn't his table. This isn't his time. But Tsubasa takes a deep breath after a moment, taking a moment to actually gather himself before he looks at King and tells King that, because was Tsubasa made aware that it was an assassin nobody in the claw machine, or did he get scooted away before that?
He was told that it was an assassin, yes, and that it was supposed to, like, everyone knows it's a Heartless, so careful what you say.
Well, Tsubasa's not going to straight up say, there was an assassin in the claw machine! No, after a moment, Tsubasa is taking a moment to actually figure out how to word all of this, and I am praying to God the player doesn't fuck this up. But he takes a breath, and he's like, there's been a lot of weird things happening on campus lately. Especially in the arcades. There was something inside one of the claw machines at the arcades. And
there's a pause of just tilting his head and noise.
Tsubasa does pause and hesitate for a moment at the sound before he continues going on, basically explaining what had happened with the claw machine, and then later on what he, Lex, and Arthur had talked about in the dorm room. Do we want me to go over all of that?
No.
Okay.
King patiently listens, occasionally taking sips of his tea. And for a second, he doesn't seem as tired, he just seems patient. Endlessly patient. Then when you're done talking, he's tired again. May I clarify something, child?
Yeah, of course.
Do you believe I have anything to do with that?
No, not really.
And why not?
Hold on, player brain. It's not the heat, I promise. Tsubasa pauses for a moment. Just, like, he is not 100% sure why he doesn't think King had anything to do with it. Or at least not in a malicious way. But he's not sure how he's so certain about that. And
in your hesitation, because I feel like it actually takes a good minute or so of processing for Tsubasa.
The dial-up noise.
As the mental equivalent of the dial-up noise happens in his head, King gently sets down the cup, which is nearly empty at this point. And just, you children are going to be the death of me. For yourselves. Already told Lance this enough.
I'm sorry?
Do you want to find out who's doing this?
Well, I mean, I don't exactly feel comfortable knowing that there's someone trying to do something with the academy like this.
Yes, but most people tend to scapegoat it. Don't you know? The devil's an easy target.
But that's not fair.
There's a soft smile. Nothing is fair after a certain point, and nothing is given. However, that doesn't mean you can't make it better. Enough of my philosophy, though. You're here for a reason.
Yeah, we were hoping you might know something, at least. Or at
You're
least...
willing to trust my word at its base form?
I mean...
Quite bold of you.
I mean... Arthur does seem to trust you enough to at least suggest me asking you, and... I mean... Lex was wary, but he was the one who told me to come ask you, so there must have been a reason.
There's a surprised look for a second. The little knight asked you to come to see me. I find that very doubtful.
He did. He actually told me to when I was about to go with him back to the arcade.
That must be why. You're very gullible. I apologize, that was very blunt of me.
Tsubasa just the kicked puffy expression!
I apologize, I have not had much sleep recently. It's nothing against you, it is simply something I've seen multiple times when it comes to those trained by the knights. Regardless, there's a different place you might want to check. I suggest bringing someone with you.
Okay.
There's actually... And he stops, looking out towards the middle distance for over a minute.
Are you okay?
He takes a sharp breath in after about 3.5 minutes, as if he forgot that he needed to breathe. And just... Yep. I'm good. You might be on a timer, though.
What do you mean a timer? What's happening?
Is there anybody that you trust? Outside of the little hero and the little knight?
Well...
I should be specific. Trust with technology.
At this point, I'm assuming Tsubasa has met Helia before?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because you've met Valkyr.
Right, yeah. Yeah, no, Tsubasa thinks for a moment before King will see him sort of Brian as the thought comes to him. Is just like, Helia, she's really good with technology.
Ah, the level-headed one. Good, please bring someone that actually knows what they're doing. Again, I am so tired.
But
the sigh of someone who is just saying whatever comes to mind.
Just no filter, endless thought stream. But hold on, where is this place I need to go? Where are we going?
By technicality, it is on campus grounds. However, you will need access keys to it.
How are we supposed to get those?
Have you ever seen a person just give the look of, I'm about to make the dumbest decision I've ever made?
King is about to make the dumbest decision he's ever made.
Mm-hmm. Just for her to sideways sigh. The energy of like a sigh, but sideways.
Oh my god.
That's what that's the noise that this man makes as he reaches into his jacket and takes out 2 access keys. They don't seem to look particularly out of the ordinary. In fact, they just look like normal staff keys. You know, staff room, areas that only the staff of the academy can get access to, stuff like that.
Tsubasa internally, I'm going to get into so much trouble if I get caught, aren't I?
Is that out loud?
No, internally.
Okay.
It probably has that look of, ah, yes, my parents will find out, and then I will be killed.
If you need to, he says as he's holding them out, just blame it on the devil. The devil made you do it, right?
I guess, but...
Don't worry. Everyone does it eventually. If not now, you'll find a reason to pin the blame on me. It's better to do it for something small, so...
I guess.
By the way, one of those is for dual access because I know one of the other students is attached at the hip to Helia.
Yeah. Yeah, they spend a lot of time together.
It is quite frankly an adorable friendship. However, you really do need to get going. You are very short on time.
Right. Yeah, of course. Thank you, King. He was about to say Mr. King, and then was just like, no, that would be so stupid. And then he rushes to go back to the academy. As he practically slides out the front doors, he does say to Hex, "Thank you for letting me know, but leaving him alone now, bye!" And then...
Uh-huh. Just the non-committal, yep. You rush back to the academy. You stop by Helia's dorm.
Yeah. Get ready, Tala! But yeah, no, he stops by Helia's dorm, and as he comes to a stop in front of it, he starts knocking. Probably a little more frantically than what anyone would expect, but he starts knocking, and he starts knocking quickly.
Helia, you are currently, quote-unquote, upstairs in your workshop. You're not supposed to be there without supervision. Valkyr is asleep. Then you hear the knocking, and you know Valkyr is no longer asleep.
Uh-oh, I'm in danger.
Oh no.
Helia, stopping in the middle of working, in the middle of whatever she's doing, just... I can't leave this location or he'll know. But on the other hand, if I stay here, he'll know.
How could he know? He already knows.
Yeah, basically.
Did it. Whoop!
So, you try to sneak downstairs?
Yeah, we're gonna try and sneak, like... Emphasis on try.
The attempt is being made. The question is Valkyr the one answering the door, or is he being grumpy in bed because he got woken up?
That is a very strong term for what Valkyr does.
Couch?
Beds don't exist. They're not real.
Okay. Alright.
Valkyr's a noodle Helia has to sometimes physically put in the bed.
But yeah, no, Tsubasa
Unreal.
knocking on the door just like, they'll come to it eventually, yeah? Where's the fucking door?
Oh, yeah. No roll required. Valkyr is barely getting up at this point, but is no longer asleep. Just going, Helia, you upstairs again.
At this point, you say nothing and hope he forgets.
That is the energy. If I stay still and I don't say anything, he can't see me.
Not a rogue.
I mean,
Yes.
to be fair, neither is Tsubasa, but... But yeah, no, just... Tsubasa's not actually stopping with the knocking, by the way. He was told this is urgent. He was told this is urgent, so, please come to the door quickly.
It's the groan of Helia. He's like 20 feet away from the door. Wants to be lazy today, apparently. Also, you know damn well he's trying to get you out of the fucking workshop.
About how long do you think has passed by this point since Tsubasa started knocking?
Minute.
So just a minute solid of knock, 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 knock. He probably continues on for another good minute before it finally stops, and you hear from behind the door, Helia, are you there? I kind of need your help with something.
Why do I feel like Helia is like on the floor, like trying to like peek?
Trying to be sneaky.
Sneaky snack. Absolutely not.
It's at the second minute that Valkyr goes, I find you upstairs. I'm personally locking the door.
Clarification, because my brain doesn't understand what that sentence means right now.
The door's going to get locked.
It's a threat of if he finds you upstairs, then he's locking the door so you can't get back in for a good while.
Oh, he's attempting to bully Helia.
Mm-hmm.
One moment, please. I need to step outside.
Does get an indignant, well, hey now.
Were you upstairs?
I never asked, should I roll stealth if Helia is attempting to sneakily get down the stairs?
No, you were. I said that it was the joke of how would he know? He already knows.
How's he gonna know? He's gonna know.
Yeah, be ever hopeful. He doesn't know I'm up here. So, you know, that back and forth that you might have, he knows. But maybe he doesn't.
He knows.
So it's like, she's like up here against the railing and just, hey now!
It's the slow turn of his head while he's laying on the couch. Were you?
Was I what?
Upstairs.
Physically, sure.
Yes. Just pause and yes.
Just like, I understand. You were.
That That is the question. Do you not want to see why your new friend is at the door? One of them, at least. You make more friends than me.
Helia, standing up to look over the railing and pointing at him aggressively. Love yourself, Valkia.
Just the very indignant. No.
Is this the stairs down over here?
No, you are actually on the down. You're on the down area, yeah, right now. This is
okay.
Up. The other one's upstairs.
Helia skittering down the stairs and just like. Is the door at the bottom of the screen?
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Just like skitters all the way down. And we'll open the door to see who is desperately shouting for her at God knows what time it is.
Too fucking
It was
late.
around 4 or 5, maybe 6 when the other two left, so it's been maybe an hour since then. So I'd say it's around maybe 5:30, 6 o'clock at latest.
Jokingly, completely unreasonable. How dare.
You can place yourself down on the board if you want.
Sorry. Where is the front door oh, okay, there it is.
Down at the bottom.
Yeah, no. Tsubasa, she opens the door and Tsubasa's just like, oh good, you are here. We gotta go do something.
Just blink, blink. We gotta go do something. What?
Okay, long story, short answer. You know you know that there's been weird stuff happening on campus, yeah?
Oh, so it's not just... Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was told...
Not our circus, not our monkeys. Why are we getting involved with it? As he says as he's finally sitting up.
Well, I was told not to go by myself, and Helia's really good with the technology stuff, and apparently I'm going to need someone who's really good with the technology stuff.
Why? Where did you get this information? Did you question anything at all, or did you just take it at face value? He says as he just yawns a little bit and just kind of clearing his throat. Someone who literally just woke up.
Tsubasa does just pause for a moment. Like, oh, sorry. He pauses for a moment. Realizing, no, he did not question... Well, no, he did question some of this stuff. He did question some of it. So, yeah, Tsubasa's just like, yes, I did question it. Look, it's on campus. It's not even going off the campus, but it's supposed to help with whatever this weird stuff that's been happening.
Okay. Just gets up, stretches, like to the point of like Helia, you hear the popping of joints. And just okay. Where are we heading? I'm not letting little Miss Destructive Force of Nature over here anywhere by herself.
It's a good thing he gave me one with a +1. Okay. Tsubasa suddenly looks extremely nervous as he reaches into his pocket and pulls out the entry access cards that King had given him for Helia specifically, and says, "This will get both of you in. I've got my own."
There's a look towards you, Helia, from Valkyr. It's a look he normally gives when weird shit starts to happen, like weird and suspicious. Of just, do we want to go down this rabbit hole?
The returned look of, yes, fun adventure, let's go.
And Tsubasa will explain in more detail as they start heading down there what exactly they're going there for. Because King didn't exactly mention where it was. He just gave him the access cards.
Thankfully, Valkyr actually just reaches over, like, full spindly limbs and just grabs the access key from Helia and just holds it above so she can't grab it because he's tall as fuck.
Tsubasa watching this happen just, okay.
Plenty of noises of indignation from Helia.
And just, oh, why are we sneaking into the...
Into the what?
The Vice Headmaster's office. This where that leads, yeah?
Tsubasa suddenly has a look of absolute horror as he realizes that he had never actually been told where he was going.
He points to the code on the left-hand side towards the bottom. And you know this, Tsubasa. There's a code for every room in the academy. It's how certain rooms can be locked off in case there is a malfunction or there is a wild surge of magic. They need to contain it. This is one you have only ever been to while holding a hall pass? To actively retrieve something either at the behest of the headmaster, which always is begrudging on behalf of the vice headmaster.
Yeah.
And sometimes, occasionally, on behalf of one of your professors, which is very much even more rare.
Tsubasa just looks at the code that's on his own and goes, I didn't look. Oh. Oh, we really can't be caught. Oh no.
So proud of you. And hands it back to Helia.
Second time today that the kicked puppy face happens. He's trying. And everybody over here is just like giving him so much shit.
I'm not going to actually put you in the vice headmaster's office, which I do have available, because that's not important.
Okay.
You have an access key to his office, and Helia, you and Valkyr have studied the patterns of the higher-ups in the school to a point where if you ever need to say Vive la Rev...
Sorry, my internet went a little fucky. What'd I miss?
So, basically me saying Helia and Valkyr are Vive la Revolution and sometimes sneak into the higher-ups of the Academy's offices.
Oh, yeah.
That being said, there is a moment where you're just like, oh, Vice Headmaster is out on his usual patrol right now. And you, Helia, and Valkyr know the cadence of a soldier's walk. And it is a patrol. It is not just a professor or ex-professor walking about the halls. It is a cadence. Which has always made you and Valkyr a little uncomfortable around him.
Nobody is
makes people uncomfortable around him.
Yeah, nobody is comfortable around the vice headmaster.
Some people are.
Well, yeah, the headmaster probably would be, though that's mostly because she can kick his ass.
Oh, that's the reason. Anyway, moving on. You get the access keys, slip into the office, and it looks like a normal office. There's a desk, there's a computer, there's a screen next to the computer in case this man just doesn't want to use his computer for whatever reason. There's a bookshelf that seems well used, well loved. Carpet that is newer than anything else in here. There's the walls, which are finely decorated in a bunch of different things. Some trophies, some cards he was sent, some replicas of things. Not copies of anything, like in Keyblade terms. But I know in Kingdom Hearts that's dancing a fine fucking
Static.
Mid-fucking sentence, too.
Terrifying.
You good?
We good.
Yeah, we good.
So, I can't, because it's Kingdom Hearts, and Kingdom Hearts has solidified the use of replicas as an actual thing that exists, I'm stealing it back and saying there's actual genuine replicas of things, and not replicas of people.
You know,
Understandable.
the actual replica, not the unethical one.
Aid? I'll kill you. Anyway.
Anyways.
No, there's nothing to say. Don't make it dramatic. It's just normal replicas.
Anyways, so we step into this creepy ass office. I don't know if it's actually creepy. It's creepy just on principle.
It's not really creepy so much as your perception of the man probably drives you to think it's a little unsettling. To a normal person, it's a normal vice headmaster's office, if a little empty.
Well, time to start poking around, I guess.
Valkyr reaches over and grabs who's ever closest to, because he's staying near the door. Who stayed behind a little bit more? I know it's probably not Helia.
Probably not.
Tsubasa.
Yeah, Tsubasa is the one getting grabbed.
No, it's you try to tuck away the access key, and it's just blink, and he's staring at it again.
What's wrong?
It's nothing. It's just this is a weird access key. It has the same code. It has the same access features as the fucking headmaster, and it's just very weird.
Huh.
Because if you actually look at this thing, and he holds it out in front of him and up towards, like, the fluorescent lighting above, you see it's a little see-through and almost crystalline. All the ones that you've seen have had, like, crystals kind of embedded in them as a means of, like, keeping track of them and whatnot. But they're not fully crystalline.
Huh. That is kind of weird.
Yeah, this is exactly what I'm talking about questioning things.
I'm sure it'll be alright. We just need to be quick about getting done and out of here, I guess.
Both of you roll a perception check.
18.
I'm going to roll for Valkyr because this boy can't roll to save his life.
I believe in him.
No, I don't, actually.
But I do.
That's okay. We can believe
Oh.
in him. Oh! Alright.
I
Helia-
believed in him.
Yeah. Helia, you're too fascinated by the concept of one of these access keys being so... Maybe it's ancient, maybe it's futuristic. I've heard of a place that has such futuristic tech that it would make you drool, but you think it's just a hallucination at this point. But Tsubasa and Valkyr, both of you hear very, very distantly, kind of like it's coming from behind two walls that are padded. You just hear the shout of, "Oh, fuck."
Tsubasa just looks at Valkyr and is just like... That's nothing to be worried about, right?
I think we should check that out. Hey, Hells!
What? Huh?
Can you do your normal detective work and find out, there was a shout and points in the general direction of kind of the eastern wall to the corner. Roll investigation with advantage if you're checking.
She will check. Just let me summon the advantage button. You said investigation with advantage?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
That's good enough. Because here's the issue with those access keys. You get close enough to a certain portion of the wall, because mostly you were looking around his desk, around the computer, and then the wall is pointed out, and you wander towards it, and the access key starts to glow.
Ooh, weird.
Tsubasa's just going to reach over and take his access key back from Valkyr.
There's just a shrug of like, you could have taken this back at any point.
Yeah, but
Why
they
do
were
you think it's
distracted.
doing that? I mean, probably because there's something it can connect to right here, but...
Probably. Tsubasa goes over to the wall with Helia.
Valkyr does not quite join you. In fact, he kind of lingers a good 10, maybe 5 to 7 feet behind you. And it's kind of funny how he constantly says that he's Helia's shadow. In this moment, he does very much act like it. You roll perception or investigation with advantage.
Both of us? Or just...
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, investigation or perception with advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Yay!
Oh, nice. I had to sit down real quick. Alright. Nice! Story rolls.
Helia, you figure out that the access key is trying to connect to something, but there is something in this wall that is making it not being able to connect. So you just decide to go, okay, so there's something behind this wall, and we need to move it. So without thinking, you reach out and you initially just put your hand against the wall, and a panel dips in.
Helia?
Yeah, what?
Tsubasa takes a closer look at the panel.
Yeah, Helia, having pushed in the panel and clearly pleased with herself, just like having momentarily forgotten that Sue was right there.
Just that moment of, oh god. But yeah, Tsubasa's taking a closer look.
You lean in a little closer, and sure enough, it looks like a mechanism to unlatch something hidden. A door, a sliding device, something. And Helia, even though you're proud of yourself, you take your hand off of it, as if just to be like, what do I see on this? Can I replicate it? And that wall, that portion of the wall, slides open. Kind of like a sliding door that goes both ways.
Oh.
Helia does these little clappies and looks at Sue like, and goes, I love hidden doors. They're so fun.
Yeah, although this does make me wonder why this vice headmaster has one?
Because he's fucking weird.
It's his evil lair.
Yeah, sure. I don't think he's cool enough for an evil lair.
Oh no, absolutely not. He's a dork.
And you realize, for some reason, as light had started to shine from down and onto the back of both of you, Valkyr had, for some reason, already gone ahead despite you not seeing him.
Wait, when did
He's like that.
We should probably...
Come on!
Yeah, I'm coming!
Yeah, if Sue hadn't been like, I'm coming, or well, even if he is, she might have grabbed his arm and it's just like, tug, come along.
Yeah, no, Tsubasa is coming along, being tugged along or not. Just like, I'm coming!
Come along, little first year.
As you approach down the hallway, you hear, I'm using your perception roll, you hear a very clear southern voice of a woman going, "You've got to be fucking kidding me right now."
There's obviously someone in here.
It does not sound like the vice headmaster, however.
Oh, it does not. Yeah,
Doesn't look like the vice headmaster either.
yeah, they all come into this room and see that one.
It's one of those things of you are coming in from an angle of you hear the voice first. You do not see the person, even though the token is on the board, because the person is small.
Schmol.
The person's too
Like
short.
Helia Schmol.
A little bit taller by like half an inch.
I mean, when the numbers are that small, every half inch counts.
It sure does. Anyway. Ooh. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Carrying on.
You all hear the distant, or not so distant anymore, tapping of fingers on a keyboard. And just shit! This is not supposed to be happening!
I think this might be why I was told that we have a time limit. Tsubasa's just...
Make a stealth check. Disadvantage.
Disadvantage... Oh... 13.
I'm going to do the same for Valkyr, who is getting quite closer.
Neither of us did very well.
No stealth, only chaos.
Helia, what are you doing?
The only one not stealthing.
Well, she is stealthing a little bit, but she's sort of following Sue, just like attempting to stealth.
You're not stealthing, but you're keeping quiet, yeah?
Yeah.
The fingers against keyboard keys stops. And you hear the sound of boots clack against the ground as someone turns from behind the desk behind the chair. It just goes, when you're looking for trouble, then you've come and found it.
Helia looks to Sue like, what do you think's going on?
Tsubasa just does the big shrug of, I have no fucking idea.
Tsubasa voice, help me.
After a moment, though, he does speak up and says, we're not looking for any trouble.
Oh, great. I have the damn geek squad on my ass.
Helia quietly, I don't think we qualify as Geek Squad.
Tsubasa just looks at Helia with the expression of, why is everybody so mean today?
Helia, who, like, really has to reach up and pat on Sue's head.
I mean, I imagine they're all crouched down right now, honestly.
Yeah, and you rolled bad stealth. And one of you isn't stealthing.
Yeah, that is true. Helia,
Tsubasa,
Tsubasa's crouched down behind that table. Helia standing up, just reaches over, pat.
Pat. Just like this is what people do to reassure others, right?
Helia and Tsubasa, no roll required. You hear the beginnings of a sharp whine. And Helia, you recognize it. Tsubasa, it's just grating on your ears. Helia, you recognize the sound of an alarm start to tick into gear.
Helia, not less quiet than she means to be. Ah, fuck.
What?
Ah, fuck? Ah, fuck what?
Why so? What?
The sound. Do you not know what that is?
I know it's hurting.
Oh, that's right. You don't get into trouble. That's an alarm.
Tsubasa doesn't know if he should be offended or glad.
You don't hear the alarm?
Damn. Fuck.
Why is
There's just a string of curses.
Wait, why is the alarm going off?
As Helia,
We haven't even done anything yet.
You can see while you're standing up, even at this angle, you start to see something try to break out of the clutches of the machine. Which seems to be a running theme lately.
Yeah.
And it looks like it has spindly, weird legs at
I
first.
know what you're inflicting upon us.
And then a full box clambers out, and it's red and black. It just skitters away. Or
Oh,
tries
that's
to.
not good.
Did Tsubasa see that too?
Are you paying attention, or does it hurt?
It hurts.
Oh no.
Unfortunate.
Helia out loud looking directly at the box. Oh, that's not good.
Wait, what's not good? Tsubasa at this point does look. His hands are over his ears at this point, and he just looks over.
It's just a shit. And tries
That's
to
not
step back.
friendship.
Tries to step back. You just hear another fuck
What?
as you hear the sound of something else clambering out of another part of a machine as the alarms start to go off.
I think this is getting really bad. What are those things?
And Valkyr just goes, oh god. Those are... what did... Oh god, what did he say? Helia, you're recognizing the flustered panic of Valkyr not being able to remember jack shit of anything ever.
Not friend-shaped. Not friend-shaped at all.
Yeah, they definitely don't look friend-shaped. Shouldn't we go get someone? But Tsubasa, you can see the thought process going through Tsubasa's head as he's just like, we should go get someone. But wait, if we do, they'll find out that we snuck into the Vice Headmaster's office. And that might cause more trouble that won't actually fix anything. And why are there more popping up?
You just not notice?
No, I've been noticing! I was on a tangent. I finally reached the end of the tangent. You know what? Tsubasa would say that out loud too. Okay. Static. Why not have Tsubasa having gone through that entire line of thought out loud before he looks back over and sees more? Just, why is there more of them? The one time you guys don't see Tsubasa nervous because he's too nervous to be nervous. How's that for a fucking mood? He's probably standing up at this point too. Just, we should go get someone, but if we get someone, they'll know we snuck into the Vice Headmaster's office, and that could cause a lot more problems than that could actually solve, even with what's happening. And then he finally turns to look over, it's just like, why is there more?
Just the immediate response from a voice that you haven't seen the actual form to match yet. You are at an angle which both of you can't see the person.
Yeah, not to mention I do see the thing. Tsubasa's not paying attention. Stop! Son of a bitch, Mordred.
It's the last of them, I'm sorry.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay. I'm not going to press it just in case there is more.
There's just a call of, kids, you might want to get out of here.
Should we go get help? Because help would be a good idea. Help would be a really good idea.
Helia, no roll required. You know the automatic locking system on whatever you walked in on has probably already triggered because there is now a actual threat in this room.
Tsubasa going through all this, just turning to Helia, just like, we should go. Let's go get help.
The door's probably locked at this point to contain the threat, I would imagine.
Of course. What?
Oh dear!
Just the
Tsubasa just, yeah. Hold on! Wait! We don't even know what these things are! I don't even have
I'm just gonna let someone get hurt? No.
Do we even have a weapon we can use?
I do.
So do I.
Tsubasa, remembering he's the only first year. Oh, right. He starts looking around and picks up the nearest weapon-looking object he can find.
Does he not have any copy keychains?
Oh, right, yeah, no, he does have copy of Classic Tome.
Mm-hmm.
So he summons the copy of Classic Tome, just like, oh, right, yeah. I forgot I got this at the arcade.
These things are bound to break eventually, but we're gonna use them right now. Because they're cheap knockoffs of cheap knockoffs. You get me? And turns around and takes one step forward. And the person who you all, even with this, it's not very tall. Have you ever seen a blocks bug?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
In games, but...
Yeah.
They're not that big. They're annoying, but they're not that big. It's the snake you have to worry about. But that's not here right now. I can confirm that. It's not here right now.
Either way, once Tsubasa does have the keyblade in hand, he does hurry up, because I don't want to deal with these, but I don't want you to be up here by yourself.
You three see a woman. And kind of is a little younger than the teacher's aide. Give or take a couple of years. Same dark blue hair that's almost black, except really pale skin, almost like a ghost. Wearing what looks like a battle skirt of some kind. And just, no, kids, I need you to leave.
I don't think we can.
I can get you access to those doors. I need you to leave.
Here, we probably should. She seems like she knows what she's doing.
Everybody knows what they're doing until they don't, and then rushes in.
Fucking Tsubasa panics, ends up smacking the nearest bug.
Literally, it stepped to get in your way.
Steps to get in the way. Tsubasa just fucking one arm hit, sideswipes the thing. Do I need to roll?
You don't need to roll, but you do surprisingly less damage than you think you're supposed to do. It's almost like you hit a large animal with a small stick.
He goes to smack it again. Tries to hit it harder.
No roll required, it's not moving. It's just taking it. Helia and Tsubasa roll insight.
Just base insight.
Mm-hmm.
14.
Helia, would you like to roll again?
Can I?
Yes. Helia and Tsubasa, at first you begin to panic because you see them converging around this woman and now Valkyr. And you're panicking. It feels like your heart is in your throat. You can't get out of this room. The only person who can get you out of here safely is being attacked. Helia, your best friend, once again rushed in recklessly because of the instinctive desire to help a person who is not being very friendly in the slightest. And Tsubasa, your new friends are being assailed by things that you cannot do damage to. I need both of you to roll a d4. Tsubasa!
Oh boy.
This feeling of panic that settles into your chest, it doesn't burn so much as it feels like intensity in your chest. It feels like, I'll put it to you this way. What does the instinctive desire to protect take shape as? Run, attack, defend, strike back, or push back, or don't miss.
I hate that you changed the wording on some of those because they sound like they would fit Tsubasa better.
Go with instinct.
Alright, can you say them again?
Run, attack, defend, push back, and don't miss.
Is it bad that I'm stuck between pushback and don't miss?
What is the first one that came to mind?
Don't miss.
It's
like
an echoing feeling. You want to change it?
Yeah, because don't miss and pushback honestly are at the same level. It's
a feeling of intensity that filters out into a ricochet throughout your body, throughout every nerve in your system, every ounce of your being wants to reach out and push them out of the way so you can handle it. So you can protect them, so you can do better, so you can. Reach out. And what is the weapon that comes to hand? As its form change. It uses its base weapon damage for the time being, but it isn't its form change.
I don't know what weapon to pick from. I don't know.
You chose Striker.
I chose Striker. Okay. So it would be something.
It's either I believe, greatsword, or I made it available for heavy polearm.
I don't think I can wield a heavy polearm as a bard warlock.
This is flavor text, baby. Who says you can't?
Alright, in which case, fucking polearm that bitch.
Any particular design?
What I had originally talked to you about what we were going to do for Tsubasa's keyblade, the halberd type looking thing.
Understood. So you reach out and you have that desire of, I can do this, I need to protect them, I need to. I want to. Because the need changes to a want, and it burns. Almost too hot. But then it forms in your hand, and you reach out, and you take a hold of the shaft of a weapon. And it's not any of your copies or any copies you've seen. The colors match you. Not the you that you show, but you. The one that you know, that you remember. And you don't think. without casting a spell slot, what is the first spell you cast?
The first spell I cast. I don't remember my spells. Let's go with Arms of Hadar. Or
What does that do?
because we are allowed to use the D&D spells, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. You invoke the power of Hadar, the dark hunger, tendrils of dark energy. I'm imagining this can probably be flavor texted for Tsubasa proper.
Mm-hmm.
But tendrils of dark energy erupt from you and batter all creatures within 10 feet of you. Each creature in that area must make a strength saving throw. On a failed save, it takes 2d6 necrotic damage and can't take reactions until its next turn. A successful
Your DC?
save. Yeah. My DC is 13.
Upsetting.
Can we have it if it beats the other direction?
Yeah, I was just rolling to see what happened. This is a story thing. I just find it funny that it's just like, hey, it's 13. Okay.
Just like, alright.
I was just curious as to your DC. But
He's still baby.
yeah, you are small, but you cast Arms of Hadar, and for you, they're not inky black tendrils of deep sea monstrosity or anything like that. They are, for all intents and purposes, flavor text advised, they are copies of the keyblade that you have in hand, less than they are her arms trapping anything. They're just piercing, they're just light piercing the thing in around you. And this bug, this thing, this entity that crawled out of the machine or whatever is nearby shrieks in agony as it tries to fight what it's happening. But 3 of these pillars of light, these fake halberds, they have pierced it into the ground, and it stops moving.
Oh. At that point, Tsubasa, after staring at it for a moment, looks towards the others, and he casts the spell again.
You're free to move.
Okay. Yeah, no. He gets up close and... Actually, yeah, no, he goes to stab this one. With the halberd.
It's as if this is an active repellent against what you're hitting. Your original keychains, they weren't doing anything. As if these had some sort of shield. Whenever you're wielding, which doesn't quite look like anything you recall, or anything you've seen in history books, you pierce this through, there's another cut-off shriek of glitchy agony. And it hurts your ears too. But that one stops moving as well. Helia.
Yeah?
You see Valkyr. His back is to you because he knows you always have him in mind and he goes to do something stupid. But as that is happening, you see things start to creep up around him more than the lady who was here. There is a burning in your chest, and it's not hot. It is not even warm. It is icy. It feels like liquid nitrogen. And you're used to that sort of cold because you're used to cold metal, cold steel, plates, armor, tech. Everything is cold and you are warm. What does the feeling take shape as? Run, attack, defend, push back, or don't miss?
Don't miss. Ow.
You make an effort to... You don't even make that much of a push. It is just... There is a flicker of genuine... not anger, but protectiveness in your response to seeing your best friend in danger when he does not have any way to protect himself. At least from what you've seen, his copy keychain isn't doing shit. And he's not using the one he got that is real. You don't know why, but he's not using it. And as a result, there is a protective, cold flame in your chest that settles kind of in the same way that you first spread from the chest out towards your arms and up to your throat. You reach out your hands at first for what you believe is going to be 2 somethings. And then your hands quickly shift to take hold of 1 something. What does your form change look like?
I remember correctly. It's a rifle. Specifically a lever action rifle.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I believe I made a specific comment on which one it was. Wasn't it a Winchester?
It might have been.
That's gonna make Kuri just go, what? You take hold of this rifle in your hands, and you know you can hit anything in this room. You know you could take down any particular thing from any distance. Your rage will push the bullet farther. Your desire to protect your friend will push it farther. What do you aim for?
Whichever one is going for Valkyr's back, because fuck off, my dude.
You don't hesitate, and you certainly don't miss. You take a shot, and it is deafening in this room to hear a gunshot go off. You know people probably heard it if they're close enough to the door you walked in on. And you have no doubt in your mind that the Vice Headmaster is probably already noticed. But you take a shot and you do not miss. And there's not even a shriek. It just collapses. You have 1 more shot. What do you aim for? Machine is an option.
You mean the computer these fuckers are crawling out of?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Helia's going to shoot that. Cut it off at the source. Just fuck off.
Get fucked.
You, at first, instinctively want to take out more of these, to take out every single one and then deal with the issue, and then you realize, what am I doing? Take it out of the source. And you turn your gun without thinking, as if you've held this whatever it is, you're pretty sure it's related to the light or something close to it. Whatever the case, it's helping you. And you don't think. You aim. A click of a trigger, and the entire room almost feels like it gets electrified with pure static energy. Like, it's not like a flashbang, it's like one of those Tesla coil rooms suddenly had the external device taken off, and there's just flashes of lightning across the room. For flavor, you have one more shot. Even though I know how these fucking rifles work.
It's magic.
Mm-hmm. You have one more shot. Currently, the machine seems to be malfunctioning. Not down.
Well, then let's put it out of its misery.
One more shot is all it takes, right? I'm pretty sure that's how it tends to function with machines. They don't normally like bullets. And you take a shot, and as you have for the past two, you certainly do not miss. There is a crash and a crack of glass and steel and plating as the bullet sinks into hardware and tech, and whatever keyboard was being typed on crumbles into glitter and dust. And all of these things tense up, glitch, and disappear.
What just happened?
I'm gonna put money on nothing good.
Well, I mean, obviously.
Then there's just a heavy sigh of the woman that was about literally 2 seconds away from taking out something of her own. Then just, alright, you have guts. Shit. Bill's gonna kick my ass. Everybody out! And just starts
Yes, ma'am.
ushering you all out.
Tsubasa's craning to look over his shoulder, just like, wait, hold on, we were supposed to do something here. And then
They ain't doing shit.
Wait, was that the thing that we were supposed to do?
You're terrible at about asking questions about things you're asked to do, aren't you?
Wasn't even sure what I was supposed to be doing there. Lex told me to go talk to him.
Keyblades desummon, and your legs feel like jelly.
Oh, yep, faceplant.
Really, are you used to this sort of thing?
No, like, Tsubasa goes to take a step, and it's just that tip over and slow fall forwards. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Helia just suddenly, oh, soup bones.
Tsubasa muffled, just ow.
Oh no, that's the fun thing. Valkyr seeing the soup bones moment that it happens, immediately just, like the same way he appeared and disappeared in front of you, is by your side, and you don't get to fall or faceplant. You're just swept up into lanky arms that should not be that strong.
Oh. He's doing this to Tsubasa, yeah?
Yeah, you're being carried princess style. Sorry about that.
Tsubasa, just a moment of, what? Processing.
Steps up behind you three and goes, "Was that the first time you all summoned your keyblades?"
Does the fact our bones are soup say anything about that?
This is
Yep.
my first summer break.
Oh, kid.
He's a baby.
You're all kids to me. Come on, get. You got shit to do. Specifically speaking to my brother.
Where did
I think
Tsubasa
that's
have
what we're
her?
gonna call it.
Oh, is this the end of session? What?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's been almost 3 hours.
Has it?
It's 9:24.
It's only been 2 hours.
We
We
I
started
think the
at
other one was.
like
yeah. We started at
7,
yeah. We started an hour later than what we had originally been starting.
And technically, the last one was 2 hours too.
Yes, but that one was because your body and brain just, kind of like that.
Look,
Mm.
I'm trying.
I think it would be a good place to call it because it's.
Spoilers.
You'll find out in the session after the Dirty Laundry Crew.
Yeah, we're next.
In the next episode.
Next time on fucking Bullshit Academy.
Yeah, we started closer to 7:30, but yeah, fair enough.
I think it would be easier to have 2-hour things for each of the groups and then get back into the habit of.
3 hours, yeah. All right.
That actually would not be a terrible idea because it allows us to focus better on the groups and then not trying to scramble for some Looney Tunes or serious shit or something like that afterwards for like the last half hour.
Yeah. Oh, go ahead and end it if you haven't already.
Oh, yeah, I should.
I would